How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to CyberDemon Gaming. My name is Matt, and we are once again playing MTG Arena after a post-ban. Now, I'm not playing a deck yet that has some fixes to it. I got another one coming up for you after this video, so keep an eye out for this one. But I do want to point something out before we get started. I am wearing some nice Help for the Guildless merch. If it's something that you want to purchase, this is Rider of Death, this is Lady Sarah. You can, of course, go down to the link below after watching the video and purchase it from the store that's down there. There's some nice stuff on there. There's a CyberDemon Gaming merchandise thing on there that's got Magic the Gathering based. I'll show it again. Lady Death. It comes in a multitude of colors. It's up to you. But, like I said, there's been a ban on things. Namely, Agent of Treachery and Jeskai Fires. So, I decided to get a little aggro for you guys today. If you can tell by what's in the lower left-hand corner, I'm still getting used to the swap. In the lower left-hand corner over there, it's red and black. Which, just like red and green or mono red, means one thing. Aggro. And in this case, it means lots of 1-drops, lots of 3-drops, lots of damage. There is practically nothing in here that is creature damaged, but we're going to go ahead, and it does have a sideboard, so we're going to go through that as well. This is based off of Obosh, the Preypiercer. Now I'm going to show you what he does first, because this deck is based around it. Now, they've changed the way the companions work since the ban. So it used to be you could just cast them directly from the command zone. They'd always be in the lower corner right over here. They'd be hovering right around here. And you could just cast them and they'd hit the battlefield. Now the update, because apparently that was way too powerful, it costs 3 to bring them out of the command zone into your hand. So they would go from here for 3 and then travel over here. And it's not counterable, it's just instantaneous. There's nothing you can do about it. So they still work, just not as well as they used to. So Obosh, the Preypiercer, costs the hybrid red-black mana, 2 of those, and 3. You can have him as a companion in your deck as long as your starting deck contains only cards with odd converted mana costs and land cards. Guess what we only have? 1s and 3s. So 1, 3, and 5. And only 1, 5. And you'd be surprised how fast and how often you can get that 5 out with this deck. So, we only run 1 of him, of course. Now, why do we want to have Obosh in this Rakdos aggro deck? It's simple. If a source you control with an odd converted mana cost would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. Now, there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do with this. You can have the 1-drop hasty first strike creatures. That gets a little powerful. There is a mono red version of this. This is the sack version of it. So it's Rakdos, Obosh. I keep calling him Urbosh. Rakdos, Obosh, Sacrifice. So I'm going to go through it real quick. It's a real easy deck list to understand. So we run 4 Cauldron Familiars. 1-drop Black Cat. When it enters the battlefield, opponents lose 1 life, you gain 1 life. Doesn't sound too bad on its own, but wait, there's more. You can sacrifice a food, return Cauldron Familiar to your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, if we're playing Cauldron Familiars, that means we're playing something else. So I'm just going to skip right to it. We have 4 Witch's Ovens, where it costs a 1-drop artifact. When you tap it, you sacrifice a creature, create a food token. If the sacrificed creature's toughness was 4 or greater, create 2 food tokens instead. We're not really ever going to get those 2 food tokens, but it can happen. So, you see how, you should know that combo by now. You bring out the cat, you sacrifice it, create the food token, bring it back. You're, in essence, pinging them for 2, gaining 2 every turn. It's a really powerful combo. It's a really horrible combo to go up against if you don't have the right things to go against it. So, what else do we have in this wonderful Obosh Sacrifice Rakdos deck? Well, we run 4 Gutter Bones. Why? Well, because they cost 1. And they're 2/1, but they do come into play tapped. And the cool thing is you can return it to your hand for 2, only if an opponent has lost life this turn. It does happen. Not often, but it does. The Gutterbones can be switched out. I'm not saying Gutterbones has to be in the deck. Fervent Champion would probably be a better one, but we're going to stick with Gutterbones for right now. Then we also run 4 Serrated Scorpions. 4 Serrated Scorpions, they cost 1, they're a 1/2. Not bad. On top of that, they're an amazing blocker. When Serrated Scorpion dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. So, you kill off the Serrated Scorpion, you still get a bonus of 2 life and them losing 2 life. See how this works? 4 Whisper Squads. This is a new annoying card that people are seeing. Whisper Squad costs 1. Tap 2, or it's a 1/1. You tap 1 black, 1 colorless, search your library for a card named Whisper Squad, and put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Yeah, this is the thing. We run 1 Footlight Fiend. It is a hybrid red-black mana. When Footlight Fiend dies, deal 1 damage to any target. 3 Claim the Firstborn, 1 red. Gain control of target creature with a converted mana cost of 3 or less until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. Now we move on to the 3 drops. Woe Strider! Well, if we take something, we gotta be able to sacrifice it. We can't let them get it back, right? So we have Woe Strider. Cost 3, 1 black, 2 colorless. When Woe Strider enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 white goat creature token. Well, that goat isn't gonna get the bonus of Obosh. Why would we keep him? Well, because you can sacrifice another creature and scry 1. Woe Strider, or as I like to call him, Woe Strider, also has an escape clause where you can tap 2 black, 3 colorless, exile 4 other cards from your graveyard, and Woe Strider comes back, escapes with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and creates another goat. So, this is a sacrifice deck. If you can't tell, sacrificing things with Witch's Oven, sacrificing things with Woe Strider. Why do we want to do this? Simple. Judith, the Scourge Diva. She costs 3, 1 red, 1 black, 1 colorless. She's a 2/2, legendary human. Other creatures you control get 1 +1/+0. And whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith, the Scourge Diva, deals 1 damage to any target. So you get her out there. Not only does she beef your creatures, but it makes them not want to kill them until they get rid of her. And if there's a massive board wipe, oops, probably shouldn't have done that, because now Judith, for every token that's out there, or non-token creature that's out there, can now deal 1 damage to you, or the Planeswalker, or 1 damage to your opponent, or Planeswalker that they control. What else do we have? Because we only run 2 of her. What else do we have that would bonus and benefit us from that sacrifice? Could it be Mayhem Devils? I think it could be. We run 4 of them for that reason. 1 red, 1 black, 1 colorless. These things work in congruency with Witch's Ovens and Cauldron Familiars. They're a 3/3. This is an uncommon. Doesn't sound too great on its surface. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. Until you understand that if you have a Cauldron Familiar out and a Witch's Oven out, that's 2 damage to something per turn, or 4 to opponent. You can get rid of things really, really, really easy. Get 2 Mayhem Devils out? Well, now you're doing a lot more. Now, how else are we going to kind of, I don't know, add damage, add ramp? Wait, what? Ramp? Ramp, you say? In a black-red deck? Well, sort of. We have Heraldic Banners. They're a 3-drop artifact. As Heraldic Banner enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures you control of the chosen color get +1/+0 until, or +1/+0. And on top of that, you get to add 1 mana of that chosen color. So, most of the time you're going to be choosing black. Actually, every single time you're going to be choosing black, because your creatures are only black. The red is not as important as you think in this deck. It's there because you need it for certain creatures, but Heraldic Banner, you're just going to be naming black. Oh, on top of that, it's not legendary, so you can get multiple Heraldic Banners out. You see where this is going. So you do all this, and then you drop Obosh, and double all of that damage. Now this is a 2-color deck, so we're going to need some mana fixing. How about 3 Castle Locthwains? Haven't played with this much, but here's what Castle Locthwain does. Castle Locthwain enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp. More often than not, you're going to control a swamp. Add 1 black mana. Or tap 2 black, 1 colorless, and Locthwain, draw a card, and then you lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand. If you've been doing things right, you're gaining life with Cauldron Familiar and Serrated Scorpions. Not a big deal. We run 3 of those. 8 swamps. Like I said, you're more often going to have a swamp. 3 mountains. 4 Blood Crypts. Look at that. It's a swamp mountain. And then 4 Fabled Passages for when you need that random red that you're not pulling. Now this is a best of 3 deck. It's an aggro deck. It's going to go hard. It's going to go fast. It's going to destroy your opponent. Let's take a look at this sideboard. We run 2 Disfigures. Oh, just for shits and giggles, most of the sideboard is also 1-drop or 3-drop, just to let you know. 3 Disfigures, or 2 Disfigures. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. An additional Claim the Firstborn. And this is mainly against the mono reds or a mirror match. 1 Call of the Death Dweller. This comes in against things that are like, they have board wipes. Pretty important, right? You board wipe? Sure, I'll bring back my Cauldron Familiar and stuff directly to the battlefield. 4 Drill Bits. This, of course, goes against those pesky control decks. They cost 3. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards a card. It costs 3. It's a sorcery speed. They're gonna counter it. Well, unless you deal damage to them. If you deal damage to them, then it only costs 1 black. Not that hard to do with this deck. 2 Midnight Reapers. Again, control deck. Get some card draw going. 2 Active Treasons. For those decks that have the larger creatures. 1 Irreverent Revelers, dealing with artifacts. So again, kind of that control matchup, or mirror matchup, not control. So it's a 2/2 for 3. When it enters the battlefield, you choose 1, destroy target artifact, or it gains haste until end of turn. So it could be a 2/2 haster, or a 2/2 that comes in and blows up your opponent's Witch's Oven. Or Lucky Charm. You know, the important things. And then we also, and then we have 1 Cavalier of Night, which costs 5. Like I said, all of the, we're pretty much sticking to the whole odd mana cost thing. It costs 5, 3 black, 2 colorless. It has lifelink. It's a 4/5. It's a badass looking elemental knight. Look at that, he is riding. Look at the horse he is riding on. Look at it. Look at the horse he is riding. It is badass. When Cavalier of Night enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. Hey, look at that. You bring in Cavalier of Night with Mayhem Devil. Not only do you get to continually destroy target creature an opponent controls, but then you get to do damage as well. When Cavalier of Night dies, return target creature card with converted mana cost of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, you got rid of that Mayhem Devil? I'm going to swing in with my 4/5 lifelink. You're going to kill it. I'm going to bring back Mayhem Devil. Awesome. So, that is Rakdos Obosh Sack. So we're going to jump into these games, and we're going to see how well this does against some people. Hopefully we're going to climb some ranks, we're going to climb some ladders, and hopefully we're going to look good doing it. Alright, first up we have MNK, and we are an aggro deck. We get to play first. And it looks like we're going up against another companion deck. So Lurrus uses either a mono black or a mono white, but the mono white is a little bit more popular. So I'm believing it's okay. So there are 3 decks that use Lurrus: mono white, mono black, and then there is the cycle deck, the red white cycle, the Boros cycle. So we're gonna play first. More than likely this is cycle. We are going to keep. We have everything that we need. So we're gonna go ahead. And we're going to drop that, and then we're going to drop that. And, on turn 3, if we don't get anything important, we can just bring Obosh into our hand. Blue-red, this is new. Alright. Blue, red. Okay, so Jeskai. Jeskai or Grixis? Jeskai or Grixis? We're going... I'm saying... it's probably Grixis. Jeskai is a more control-y style deck. So I'm definitely saying Grixis. Grixis! What did I say? Oh! Okay. That's fine. So we're going to bring that to our hands. Now, if we can get a Cauldron Familiar, that would be great. Or not a Cauldron, a Witch's Oven, that would be great. Ah. So we're going to use Whisper Squad at the end of their turn. It will help us thin our deck. Possibly use it twice. You know what? I'm going to use it twice. Yeah, you can't bring it into your hand at the end of your turn. You have to bring it into your hand. You have to bring it into your hand anytime you could cast a sorcery. If you could do it at instant speed, oh, I would think that would be amazing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can't bring anything down, really. Because if it's less than 3, I will take it, and he loses. So this is a Grixis control thing. So we're going to get rid of the Cauldron Familiar. Reason why is we want to hold on to the Claim the Firstborn. So he's going to escape this. Right? Yeah. Makes us discard Claim the Firstborn. problem is he is still dead. Because there's nothing else he can do. Activate it one more time. Let's see if he just... Oh, he's not gonna scoop. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so we have Grixis control, basically. So I don't know how much we're gonna do, but we're gonna get rid of 2 Gutter Bones, Footlight Fiend, and we will take out 1 Woe Strider for that. No, we're gonna take out 1 of the Heraldic Banners. I think that's pretty... Yeah, 1 of the Woe Striders. So this should be good. Bringing in things that we can revive creatures from the graveyard. Also, do damage, take stuff out of their hand. Oh! Okay, well, this is a keeper. So, even if they do duress us or thought erasure, what does he want to choose? 1 of the Witch's Ovens, possibly the Drill Bit. He's not in a good position here. Drill Bit. Okay. Respectable. Very respectable. So, we're going to do this. We're going to drop a Witch's Oven. Serrated Scorpion. Then we attack. Make me discard? Yep. Okay, so normally I would discard the Witch's Oven, right? But we're going to discard the Heraldic Banner. Because a secondary Witch's Oven is more important. Because they have abilities, they have spells that can get rid of artifacts. I would rather get rid of the Heraldic Banner than the secondary Witch's Oven. See, now, more than likely, there's a chance they're going to kill the cat when it comes back into play. That's fine. They can kill the cat when it comes back into play. So, didn't necessarily kill it. Outright got rid of it. But we'll just go ahead and bring out another one. So they are in desperate need of doing something. Claim the Firstborn here would be absolutely amazing. Because what they want to do is they're gonna turn Lazov into him. Which is a really neat trick, because not only is it still Lazov, but then he can play this. Well, he can't unless he gets another black or red mana, but... So, we're putting this in our hand because he's going to turn it, and we don't want to take 9. He didn't get any land this turn, which is a shame. Yep. So, discard that. Block. This is a very tedious game. So I'm not, because he has 2 open, I'm not going to fall for that again. See, he wants me to do it again. I'm not going to. So... and this is game. Yeah. The deck itself is really good. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. And I'm going to change something in the deck right now. So I need to go with just red. Creatures. Mana cost 1. I'm going to add in the 4 Fervent Champions. And instead of the Torchlight Fiends, it's going to edit in the Scorch Spitter. No. So add the additional Claim the Firstborn right away. To land. So we're going to add in 2 mountains. Because we do need a little bit more red. And now we have to go to the sideboard because we need 1 more sideboard card. So how about we add the Cavalier of Night. I don't normally change things on the fly, but I want to see how it works. And see if it makes us a little bit more aggressive. Resposta. Resposta? We play first. This looks good. So we can play Fervent Champion first. Unless we draw another untapped land, we'll play this for black. And we can play the Witch's Oven. Now, I know why the Gutter Bones is in there, because it's recurring, but you never really have the mana for it, so it's not necessarily worth it. Get ourselves a black. I mean, if we get this really going, we got Judith coming down next, which then we start doing lots of stuff. Hey, look at that. So yeah, we're gonna get Judith to come down next. Not gonna let them gain life. I'm gonna take life away from them. So we're gonna do this. And this. So it is probably Esper Super Friends, more than likely. I'm guessing. So, yeah. Counter. No. Okay. Shark. So I don't want to use that yet. All right. So, we do this. We do this. Do this. And then I want to scry. Yeah, I'll keep that. Perfect. Yeah. You just gonna do it to me? Be smart. I do have enough to bring out Woe Strider again.
No one is more prepared than me. Just wait a moment. I have just the trick for this.
Don't think, yeah, there's nothing in the graveyard, so.
Own your prowess. Present and future are bound by threads of time. Keep an open mind.
He wants to play Teferi. Bounce my Mayhem Devil. Or bounce Oath of Kaya, but he doesn't have enough mana. He needs one more mana, which he doesn't have. I also have Woe Strider. There we go. So what are you gonna do?
Stand by and watch. This was hardly my worst defeat. I'll protect you.
Did not get the land he wanted. See, he was hoping he would draw land because then he could bounce the thing. So, Drill Bit comes in. Claim the Firstborn is not as important. So we're going to get 2 active treasons in there. Bring that in. So, let's see. We need to get rid of... one of those. And we will... drop down 1 Whisper Squad. Resposta. Was hoping for that last land to gain some life. Now, I actually misplayed. I sacrificed the goat instead of a food token, which I should have done, because if they did get that land, they would have gained 3 life and killed my dude. This is good. Yep. So we don't have a red, but look at all this black we have, so we're good. Drop that. So, hey, look at that! We get to do a Drill Bit! Drill Bit, we're going to get rid of that Oath of Kaya. Omen of the Sun. So, Omen of the Sun coming down. There it is. Not gonna lie, now we kind of do want red land. Fervent Champion is pretty important. You're learning! There you go! You gain some life. Good on you. You were supposed to do that beforehand, and you forgot. We definitely need red land now. They need blue land. Let's thin out our deck. It's not by much, it's only 1, but it shuffles and we get a chance to draw another one. Gonna kill it? No. So you're stuck at 3. I'm stuck at 2. I am just getting... There we go. we're gonna get red. Unfortunately, it comes into play tapped. But it's a thing. And then we swing with everything. I let the cat die. Yes, I did. Because I can sacrifice one of these, bring it down. Ooh. So, we do this, and this, and we are doing plenty. That's too bad. See, now, if they've learned, they're still going to target me. They may try and target the Mayhem Devil. Hello? Or they've just given up. Because they have to target me, they're going to gain 5 if they target me. If they target the Mayhem Devil, they're going to gain 1. And that's not good, because then they're going to lose that 1 with the Cauldron Familiar. So, here we go. Okay, you are targeting Mayhem Devil. That's fine. Target you. You're not going to like the next play. So, as much as I would like to, as much as I would have liked the Mayhem Devil, yeah, you're dead. If you would have targeted me, you still would have been dead. But you would have at least had a, you would have at least felt better about it, I guess. Alright guys, that was Rakdos Sack, Obosh, or Obosh Rakdos Sack. You can pretty much interchange those 3 words however you want. I do like the changes that I did, adding in the Fervent Champions and the additional Claim the Firstborn. It makes it a little bit more aggressive, a little tiny bit more reliant on that red mana, but it's not really that much of an issue. As you've seen, this deck is pretty powerful, pretty fun. Once again, like I always do, I will put that deck list down below. You can play it. Obosh is still a powerful card in this meta, even with the companion working differently. You bring him into your hand, you drop him down. He's still something that is a target. But this deck in itself is really self-sufficient, even without Obosh, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, if you like what I do here, go ahead and hit like, share this around, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you know when I upload. I upload at least twice a week, sometimes later in the evening, but it does happen twice a week, I promise. And if you want to support the channel in any way possible, there's a nice merchandise link down below where, once again, you can get this really nice Rides with Death t-shirt. Hopefully you'll pick a better color than I did, and you'll wear it better than I do. But, with all that being said, my name is Matt, this is CyberDemon Gaming, and I hope to see you in the next video.